The World 250 Grand Prix comes to Austria, Schwanenstadt, the venue for the 1993 Motocross to Nations. Temperatures on Saturday in the 80s, and as you can see, the crowd and the ladies soaking up the sun. Well, qualification in Group A was led by Michele Fanton. In Group B, it was Rob Herring. Time training, the surprise of Bader Monet did the fastest, with Alex Pouzard following up in second position with Donny Schmidt in third. Here with the machines in the Parc Fermé with the mechanics waiting to go out onto the line. Donny Schmidt's bike there, number 94, with his mechanic. And there, Hansen, number 4, waiting, the Swedish rider. Healy, number 2, with that familiar head scarf that he wears to cover up the lack of his hair at the moment. That's young, the Italian Gazzarat, or Gazza to his friends, hoping for a good result here today. Well, onto the line came number 3, Pouzard. Followed by 94, Schmidt, the American, the former 125 champion. And the championship leader at the moment, 59, Stefan Everts. 73, that's one of the other Americans, Bob Moore. Rob Herring, number 19, one of the British contingent. Here's one of the other British riders, 23, Jamie Dobb. Number 10, that's Michele Fanton. As they come down onto the line, there you see James Dobb, the British Derbyshire rider, lines up alongside Bob Moore. Healy, the American, settling himself into the gate on the BFE Suzuki. Paul Malin there, number 98, changing from the 500 category down to 250s for this year. And Trampers Parker, the current champion, number 1, does a little gardening to settle things down on the start before he readies himself for that green flag and then that 30-second ball. And there is the starter, coming under starters' orders. The first heat of this third round of the 250 World Grand Prix goes under 30 seconds. This is where the tensions will mount, clutches in, machines in gear, under the 5-second ball. Now that gate will drop any time after that 5 seconds. Down it goes, and away they go. 40 riders up into that first corner. It's a tight right-hander, up the hill they go. Everybody appears to be through clean at the moment. A little dusty, that'll make vision very difficult. But it's Parker, the defending champion, that takes the lead. Pouzard, second, Diamond then after him. And there's Healy diving on the inside of Fanton it was. Little bit gluey there in the corners. The bike's picking up a bit of tape here and there, but they're away. So it was the American who lives in Italy with an Italian wife, number 1, Trampers Parker, who led them out of the gate as the rest of the pack scream up the hill. Riders who didn't get such a good start having to really battle their way through. But it looks like we've seen a change. Pouzard, Parker now, and that's Diamond in third. Here comes Healy, number 2. That's Fanton behind him. There's James Dobb, 23, the British rider. So we really do have a mix and match of nationalities at the front. Pouzard, Parker, Diamond, that's 2 Americans. Healy, that's 3 Americans. Fanton, well, he certainly is an American. That's a Brit, 23, Dobb. Into our picture now, 28, it's Gazzarat, there's Bader Monet with him, 18, 27, 4, that's Everts there, and 24 behind Everts, that's Jan Godard, and that's Harry Everts, that's the father of Stefan Everts, as Pouzard, the leader, comes back into our picture. Look at that technical track it really is. Off cambers into the corner, takes a great deal of skill to ride a bike very quickly around this particular Austrian track. They're coming through, so it's Pouzard that leads. Parker was there in second. Now we've got Healy. Looks to be climbing on the back of Mickey Diamond, number 17, but it's Healy, number 2 at the moment, putting on the charge. They scream up the hill, back with our leader once again. Pouzard, number 3, the Italian. Parker, the American, who rides on an Italian licence, trying to take that lead and pick up those valuable 20 points. Now up into third comes Healy, number 2. So Diamond, no, he's still there, but he's back into 5th place. Diamond obviously making a mistake. The rest of the pack comes screaming through. There is Diamond. There's Dobby going after Diamond, number 23. So that may be good for the Brit. There's another Brit here, number 19, Robbie Herring. Had a terrible stop way down at the back with Bob Moore. And he's charging through. Malin, Paul Malin there with number 4, Peter Johansson. Johansson takes him on the inside. So a good move by the Swedish rider. To pick up the pace now, back to the battle at the front. Parker looking for a way round Pouzard. Into that very deep rut they go. Down that hill. The board goes out to Healy to tell him exactly how far he is behind the two that are in front. And look at that. That's number 10, Michele Fanton, one of the fastest group qualifiers, chasing very, very hard. They swing across to the applause of the crowd, and up the hill comes Pouzar. Full bore on the throttle. Over the jump he goes, but Parker just seems to have no answer for that Italian speed. But he hangs on there on the back wheel of the leader in second place. Around they go to start another lap. Up the hill, into the turn. The crowd cheer on and clap their local hero. Healy still settling there in third. Probably going to be one of his best results so far. He really has struggled in the first couple of opening Grand Prix. Fanton's still there behind him in fourth place. Dobby now up into fifth. So that's a good ride from the Brit. Well, we're going to hear a cry at the moment because it's Pouzar that heads for the checkered flag, pops a wheelie in celebration and takes the 20 points. But where indeed is Parker? Well, there he is, dropping back on that last lap. Disappointed, obviously, but nevertheless, 70 points in the bag. And Healy behind him in third, taking the 15 points. 1, 2 and 3. There you are. Michele Fanton, there, number 10, coming in fourth. Jamie Dobb managed fifth. Mickey Diamond finished sixth. Bob Moore shot up the inside there and finished seventh. Baderman was eighth, but that was a great ride from Bob Moore, right from the back up into seventh place.
Mike Healy, congratulations. Did you believe you could ever get there?
Yeah, I knew I could get there. It just took time. You know, it's a difficult class this year and a new bike and everything, so it's just hard to get used to. But this track is pretty good for me. It's, you know, it's hard, technical. So hopefully next two motos I can win it, I hope.
Well, that's so far this season one of his best results, and well, he hopes he might win the next two motos. We'll have to wait and see. Third in the first, nevertheless. There's the crowd. A lot of Italians coming across the border to watch their favourite rider, Alessandro Pouzar, but they come back under starters' orders. The 30-second board up, the 5-second board will turn. That gate will drop in its individual sections, and they'll be away. And here indeed they come. Up that start straight into that right-hand corner. It looks like 23 James Dobb, but we've got a pile of riders. Dietmar Lacker, 47, is amongst that lot. Moore was there, Everts is there, so was Cooper, and there's Bob Moore right at the back of the pack again. This poor young lad just does seem to have no luck at all off the starts, but this is something we've not seen this season. Leading a 250 Grand Prix, it's James Dobb. There is Schmidt, 94. Peter Hansen, oh, there's Pouzar, number 3. They're beginning to sort themselves out. Fanton, 10 going through. 29, oh, there's Herring, 19. There's Everts. Well, he really is flying through the pack. Terrible start for Everts. Things are just not going his way at the moment here in Austria. But it's Dobby that leads. Baderman is second. Schmidt is third, 94. So this is something we've not seen before. First time Dobby's led a Grand Prix away so far this year. If he can stay there, that'll be the second time he's won a Grand Prix race, the last time in 1990 in Switzerland in the mud. But we'll keep our fingers crossed for him. Here's the rest of the pack. Pouzar trying to come back through. And there is Parker, second in the first race, as the rest of the pack scream through. Looking back, number 2, Healy. He has a lot to do if he wants to improve on his first race result. Herring, number 19. Chasing through after Healy. Everts carving his way through the pack. But it's Dobby at the front. On the Kawasaki, James Dodd, privately entered team. Picking the bike up over the jumps and through the ruts. As you can see, that jump is looking quite rutted at the front. Easy to get a wheel crossed and make a mistake. It'll pitch you over the bars, but so far he's okay. Rest of the riders coming through. The question now is, what can Healy do? What can Everts do? Michele Fanton beginning to charge through. Healy beginning to pick up places there, sandwiched between the two riders. Herring still in there as well, charging hard. But back with the leader, it's James Dobb. We've always known back in Britain that Dobbs had the ability to win, but the results just have not come so far last year or even this year. But this may be the turning point for the youngster. Getting back for second place man. It's still Baderman, number 18. Schmidt, 94, chasing in third. really is beginning to be a charge now. Puzar still not able to close on those 5 in front. Michele Fanton, number 10. There's Healy, number 2 on the BFE Suzuki, as Herring takes the long way round to try and get a slingshot out of the corner up the hill, as Everts, with a radiator panel flapping in the wind on the side, he's obviously had to get in off somewhere. But it's the 20-year-old Derbyshire lad, James Dobb, number 23 on the Kawasaki, that leads at the moment. 5th in the first race. If he wins this, he could stand the chance of an overall win with a good result in Heat 3. Well, that's Marnik Bavorts there in front of Puzar. Peter Johansson, number 4. There's Parker, number 1. He's got a lot to do, up in around about 7th position at the moment. Looking up at the top of the hill for that big downhill jump, and into the skyline come number 10, Michele Fanton. He's being chased still by number 2, Mike Healy. And he definitely was hoping for a better result. Herring now has got up in front of, yes indeed, Everts has not managed to get past him. Werner DeWitt, 26, squeezed between those two. But here we are once again with the leader, 23, James Dobb, being given the wind on. He takes the checkered flag. Now there's a young man that is going to be happy. 1990, the last time he won a Grand Prix race. Julian there, his brother, the mechanic that has stood by him for so many years, his older brother Julian, who himself used to be a good, really good rider. But Dobbs celebrates and comes in to the applause, the congratulations, gives Julian a hug. Everybody else extremely pleased with him, and no doubt no more than himself. Gets the helmet off, so a great win there from the Brit, Jamie Dobb.
Jamie Dobb, congratulations. Got the start, never looked back.
Can't believe it. I got the start. I just kept pushing and pushing, had some real nice lines, and I just took the win.
And you made it look so easy.
It felt easy. The last few laps were a bit tough. I kept making a few mistakes. I eased off a bit, and they caught on me, but I was like fine. I wasn't getting tired or anything.
But the mental pressure of those last few laps, surely now you are stronger for it.
Yeah, can't believe it. Like I said before, we've worked so hard, Julian. I mean, it's been so hard. And I'd just like to thank everybody, my brother, Uwe, my family, Nick, everyone who's been behind me, pushing me, and everything. It's come true today.
Jamie, congratulations. Donnie, disappointed with the first moto. Good race in this heat.
Yeah, thanks. Didn't go quite as good as I wanted it to, but third, I got some good points. That'll do. If I could do that a few more times, I might be in the hunt, but right now I'm way back in the points and not even thinking about really the championship, just thinking about each individual race right now.
But there's plenty of time to go with 3 races. They've doubled the amount of races now.
Yeah, there's a lot of motos left, so anything can happen.
Well done, Donnie.
Thanks.
Well, as the top 5 come up onto the rostrum there, the winner, and a very happy winner with his Union Jack, that's James Dobb. Riders not always happy about these rostrum presentations between races because they only have the 1 hour between each heat, but nevertheless, it's for the public and it's for a good cause. Marnik Bavorts there takes his trophy, and the winner of Heat 2, there he is, James Dobb, and let's hope maybe we'll see him up there again before the end of 1992 in these 250 Grand Prix.